Let's go! It's a Cowboys cast, baby! Let's roll! Hey, another Sunday, baby. Let's do this. There's a lot of stuff going on in Dallas right now. A lot of injuries going on, guys. A lot of injuries. This is going to be a tough one, in my opinion. But as always, we're going to bring you the inside scoop, let you know what's going on with inactives and actives, right? Biggest thing is the Cowboys inactives versus the Broncos today is wide receiver Jonathan Mingo, offensive tackle John D. Cornelius, defensive tackle Jay Tua, linebacker Jack Sanborn, safety Donovan Wilson, and safety Wanye Thomas. So as we all know, Wanye Thomas basically relieved Malik Hooker because he's been hurt, right? But man, this is gonna be crazy. We have a lot of injuries on this report. There's a lot of injuries in this Dallas Cowboys report. That's gonna cause a lot of people very worried. We'll see how the Cowboys staff handles this. But it's not looking too good against this Broncos team. Obviously everybody knows that Trayvon Diggs is out. And we'll see what happens, but there's the secondary is banged up right now really bad. So we'll see what happens, but for right now, I think this is going to be a tough game for the Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be a very tough game, especially them rotating those safeties. There's going to be a lot of new players probably playing in the secondary. And we got to make sure we cover these receivers, man. Hey, round of applause for Hoodlum. He says, yo, hey man, this Cowboys secondary is depleted, especially safeties right now. So we'll see how the Cowboys coaching staff plays with this team, because it's going to be a serious problem, especially with this defense not playing very well. They played pretty well last week, but they didn't have no scary McLaren either. So we'll see, man. But we'll see how the Cowboys handle it. We'll see how they do. But man, I don't have a good feeling about this one. And then it's at Denver too, Mile High Stadium. But hey, it is what it is. Hoodlum says, what does he say? Let's see. Yeah, I don't see us winning. I'm telling you, man, this is going to be a tough one. I think at the end of the day, this offense has to carry this win, because I don't know if the defense is going to be able to hold up against this Denver offense. For the simple fact that we lost the safeties. So we're playing virtually with backups on safety right now. I mean, but at the end of the day, you don't know how they're going to play it, right? We'll see how it goes. But as of right now, like I said, Wanye Thomas is out, which he replaced Malik Hooker because he was hurt. So that's where we're at right now as far as the injuries and inactives. So Donovan Wilson and Wanye Thomas will not play in this game, which is a big deal. So we'll see how those safety holds up. But it's going to be very interesting against this offense. The biggest thing is our offense is ranked number 1, I think, overall. But hey, look, listen, this offense just needs to make sure that they score a lot of points in this game, because this Broncos offense scored 33 points against the New York Giants in the fourth quarter. So plus it's also Sean Payton. Sean Payton's going to attack you where your weaknesses are, right? He's not going to do anything crazy. He's just going to attack your weaknesses. And as y'all know, when the Cowboys have played Sean Payton, back in the day in the Saints, He always attacked us in the air, basically through the seams, on the outside. Like he just has a dynamic way to attack these defenses. And our defense isn't playing so well. So we'll see how they do this thing. But I think for everybody to be um thinking about the game and figuring out what they're going to do. I think at the end of the day, we just need to stop the run. I think in this Broncos offense, when you stop the run, Bo Nix is a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but he does make mistakes. And I think if you let him beat you with his arm, I think that's the only way that this Cowboys wins this game. So I think that's what it comes down to, is stopping the run. Don't let them run the ball on you. And then let Bo Nix beat you through the air, in my opinion. So we have about 10 minutes before kickoff. Defensively, like I said, just stop the run. Stop the run and let Bo Nix beat you. But we also have a tendency, and you guys know in the past couple of years, that the Cowboys have a hard time with a running quarterback. We always have. I don't know what it is. So you have to make sure that whoever, is calling that defense, to make sure you look out for Bo Nix, because he will run on you. He will run the ball. So you got to be very careful with him, especially when we play man. Playing man, if you don't pay attention to Bo Nix, he'll take off on you. So I think that's one of the biggest keys of the game, is make sure you watch Bo Nix, and then stop the run. Let him beat you with his arm. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but he also made mistakes. Like I said, on offense, I think we just need to continue to be dynamic. I think we need to continue to run the ball. This is Javonte Williams' homecoming. This is the team that not necessarily said he wasn't good enough, but they just thought with all the injuries that Javonte Williams had, that he probably wasn't the back that they wanted. So this is a homecoming for Williams. Hopefully he gets over 100 yards. I know it's going to mean a lot to him. I know this game's going to mean a lot to him and everybody that's playing on the offensive side of the ball, because they know the feeling. So we'll see with Javonte Williams, man. But I think at the end of the day, you just pound the rock. You let Dak do what he does. This four-man front of this Denver Broncos is really good. If you put them in passing situations where they got to rush the passer and it's 3rd and long, this 4 linemen are really good at what they do. So you need to be very careful of how you call this game, especially Shoddy. And I think last week he talked about putting Dak in bad situations in the play calling, and he called himself out on it. So we will see. But like I said, the biggest news here to me, I think, is I just think that Donovan Wilson and Wayne Thomas are out for the game. I believe Wayne Thomas was a migraine. And Donovan Wilson was elbow. And then obviously everybody knows the news that Trayvon Diggs has been put on IR. I don't know what's going on with him. I just don't think he wants to be there. And to me, I think his value has gone down a lot, just for the simple fact that he's not playing very well. All right, we got Rick. What's up, Rick? Rick says, hopefully another step for the defense and keeping Bo Nix contained. Yeah. And that's my point, Rick. As Rick said, man, we do not do good against running quarterbacks. I don't know what it is, but we need to be very careful and we need basically contain him. I'd rather him run up the middle than run to the sides, because I think we can keep him a lot more contained that way than anything else. Ram says, I have been negative all year long so far. Broncos by 10. So Rams got him by 10. Okay. So Ram, I got a question though. Did you have him by 10 before you even found out about the safeties being out, or was already automatically a 10? But going back to Rick's point, hopefully it's another good step into keeping Bo Nix contained. That's another thing that the Cowboys have to work on, as far as, because you got to think, we play Jalen Daniels, we play Jalen Hurts, right? And now Jackson Dart. So we didn't see Jackson Dart, and Russ cooked us for over 400 yards. So Jackson Dart can run. So that's the other thing. We have a bunch of running quarterbacks in this division. So if anybody should be able to contain Bo Nix, it should be the Dallas Cowboys. But our defense, last week he played well, but the biggest key is keeping Bo Nix contained and let him throw the ball. Let's stop the run. Let him throw the ball. He has made a lot of mistakes. I think those are the keys to the game, and you have to tackle. If you make initiation on that tackle, we have to make the tackles in the open field. If we don't do that, it's going to be a long day for the defense. And again, the offense. I think they just keep doing what they're doing. I think Shoddy needs to make sure that he keeps Dak away from those dangerous plays that got him hit last week too many times, right? And Shoddy said it, like I said before, right? Alex says Bo Nix needs to go off for a fantasy team. Cowboys by 41, only because he's on your fantasy team, right? I could give him applause for that. I get it, man. Sometimes you hate it. Your players playing the Cowboys and you're like, man, I need them points. But I get it. I get it. Fernando, welcome, Fernando. Let's go. Give a round of applause to Fernando, man. Hey, ball control. Yep. And that's true. Ball control is the biggest thing. But the thing is, man, the Cowboys, if we can score, I say we score, man, at the end of the day. Ram says all week had Broncos G as the team. If Dallas defense was middle of the pack, I would give Cowboys a win. And that's fair. That's a fair way to put it, right? If the Cowboys were a lot better defense, I could see that, it's give and take, right? Denver's defense is really good. The Cowboys offense is really good. Which one's going to give? That's the question. That's the biggest thing you have to think about, right? Their offense versus our defense. What matchup wins? Our offense versus their defense. What matchup wins? I think this is going to be a really good game. The fact that Jackson Dart and the Giants got up on them really fast. If the Cowboys do that to them, I think we have enough trust in Dak. Hopefully, the way he's playing for sure, that this team might take a win out of Mile High Stadium. But we'll see. They have to play the game, right? We're 4 minutes away from kickoff. Again, I'm going to say it again. The biggest thing today is, the other thing is Malik Davis is active also on this roster. Malik Davis is an active player in this roster. Will he play? We don't know. But we'll see. Last minute changes real quick. Let's see if anything has changed. Again, Wanye Thomas and Donovan Wilson are out of this game. So that's big. Fernando says Williams going for a $125. I hope so, man. I hope they run down their throat. If it was me and I'm the Cowboys, I'm going jumbo set. I'm just running the damn ball down their throat. Because those 4 linemen are really good at pass rush, man. But I think if you wear him down, I think that's probably the game plan for me. That's what I would do, Fernando. So I agree, man. I think if he goes for 125, that means we just ran the ball down their throat. So we'll see, man. It's going to be an interesting game. We will see what happens, right? But I don't know. I don't even know what's going to happen. Honestly, I don't feel too confident, especially with the 2 safeties out, how the coaching staff is going to play this game on defensive side of the ball. So we will see, man. But it's going to be a tough game. I think if you get up early on them, I think you have a better chance of winning this game, especially at Denver. So we will see, man. The air is a little bit thinner up there, so it's going to be a little bit harder. So hopefully these guys are ready to go. But as always, man, hey, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel all day. Hey, go Cowboys. I think they might squeeze this one out, in my opinion. Barely. But we'll see. I agree with Alex. It's gonna be like a 40-41, maybe. I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game. We'll see. Maybe the defense will show up. But hey, game day, guys. Y'all have a great one. And as always, keep it real.